as I've been traveling. We just got back from Florida, so hopefully you could hear me. Give me a thumbs up, or you know, just let me know if the audio's good, the video's good, everything's good. I gotta pause it on my side screen here. But yeah, everybody, Harmon, thank you for the help desk. You can ask your question in here. I know you did email me about it. If you're here, ask me that question. If not, I'll email you back about it. Black Jedi, how's it going? Yes, hit the like button on your way in. It's really, I don't like the new layout of how YouTube does it. It's like there's on my side screen, I see a, I see something, or the video of me actually, but they took away a lot of things, so it's hard to see the likes and concurrent viewers and stuff like that. I'm gonna see if I have to change it around a little bit. Mark, good afternoon. Christopher, when's the Travel Router Pro version coming out? That I don't even know if there is a Travel Router Pro. But we'll talk about the travel router in a little bit. Shem Pasta, how's it going? Christopher, damn, I'm here early. MLS Shilling, how's it going? Has anybody used the Retro Hub? I haven't used the Retro Hub. I do have one though. DJ, how's it going? Okay, so we're good. We're good. Good morning from Florida. I just came back from, where did we stay? We were in Davenport. It was good. We didn't do, I'm trying to think what we actually did. We haven't played mini putt. I went to the pool a lot, and that was pretty much it. Gear, how's it going? Good morning. Audio is good. Okay, Hugh, how's it going? Good morning. From California, yeah, so it's going to be pretty early there. I guess, what would it be, 7 in the morning? Z-Guy, good morning. How's it going? Matt, good morning. Hello, nice to see you stream again. Yes, I keep saying I'm going to try to be more regular every Sunday, but then things come up. We got a lot of work going on, and I have to go away again in 2 weeks, so we'll see. We were in Davenport, Florida. Florida was good. It was Chantel, myself, and her parents down there. So we spent Christmas down in Florida, so it was nice not to see snow. But today, as you can probably see, well, it says snow days ahead in the bottom left-hand corner, but we're getting a very bad ice storm and a snowstorm. I'm supposed to be on UI chat later today, so I'm really hoping that the ice storm doesn't blow out our power. Yes, Cyberdog, a live stream, finally. Furnace, how's it going? Good morning. Alex, good morning from Sarasota. I really try to think what I like more. Because Davenport's, what, about half hour from Orlando? I'd rather stay right in Orlando. Sarasota was fun, but the whole week we stayed there last time, it was complete rain. Gutwire, good morning. We can't see your screen. What do you mean? It's hidden from chat. Well, I'm not really showing anything on screen right now anyway. What's up from a cold in wet Wisconsin? Yeah, that would be cold. What countries do you recommend to geo-block in the firewall? That's really up to you and kind of personal, I guess. What you could do, you could look up like the top hacking countries and stuff like that, and you could block those out. The thing is, people, if they're very smart, they're gonna use a VPN or proxy anyway. But if you don't want like your IoT devices talking back to certain parts of the world, that's kind of another use case for it. Good afternoon from France. Good afternoon from the UK. Good afternoon or good morning. Yes, more install videos are definitely coming. So when I go away in 2 weeks, that's going to be a part of that. So you should see that one at the end of January, probably. Or like the 3rd week of January. From Chicago, I wish Ubiquity would do another UWC in Chicago. My brother and I like Chicago. Albert, good morning. Any idea of the G7 camera series? I haven't heard anything about G7. Like G6 really just came out, did they not? Not much snow in Florida. Luckily, it was hot all week we were there. I think next week, you guys are getting like a cold wave. Downtown Chicago in about 6 hours. Chicago's nice. What's a part of... So a lot of the times, I would say, really, we're allowed to film like 90%. Just because my customers find me from YouTube and they want me to. But there's some times where I don't even ask just because I want to get the work done. So that's it. We are quoting another job. What are we doing? So we're doing this plastic surgery center. I don't know if they're going to allow me to film. I got to ask them. They're new owners of the building. We did a video with the old owners of the building doing Unifi Protect installation on the actual full building. But what they're doing, we're redoing. I think there's about 200 cables on the 4th floor. There's a couple cameras on the floor. There's not too much just because of they can't really show a lot of stuff like their patients and stuff like that. And then there's going to be Unifi access. So I'm going to see if we could do that. Because that would be cool. And then they want to swap out that whole building with Unifi access. So we'd end up using the Unifi access retro hubs for it. Do you use encrypted DNS? So which one do you prefer? I just have mine set to Cloudflare and Google, just the auto, whatever auto is. Why are there so few reviews on the 180s? Does Unifi not give gear out to every unit to stream? Well, the thing is, even if they do send gear out, you don't need to make a... some people may have the camera and they just didn't want to make a video on it. I almost didn't because we got the units fairly late. So that's why I said in the video, this is going to be an initial first look video, and then I'm going to do a follow-up video. So I'm probably going to plan on doing more things like that just to give people, you know, like after I do a first initial look, because I got that camera and I filmed it pretty much the same day. So I don't have a lot of time with the camera yet, besides this last week that I was gone to Florida. So that's why we're going to do a like 2-month review or something, or two or 3 month review afterwards to see how I actually do like the camera. I mean, there was quite a few people who did it, wasn't there? Like there was myself, there was Inside Wire, there was DPC Technology, there was, who else was there? There was Tab Geeks, right? Like they all did. I don't know who else would have done one. Wonder Tech didn't. I know Tab Geeks did. It all depends. Like I don't know what other people get. Like we do have groups, right? Like we're in group chats with each other, or some of us are at least, and we kind of talk about, because we've all signed some stuff, so we're allowed to talk amongst ourselves about it. But some people don't get everything, and some, it all depends, right? Because sometimes like you think about the Unifi Access Retro Hub, how are you going to show that off in your house, right? Because most people's homes don't have old existing access systems unless you have a mansion, right? So they're going to want to show that in a real world use case. And that's where it works for me, because I'm an installer and I'll show it off. Do you think there is a UPS Pro coming, or Enterprise? They showed it off in their UPS video. That I think it was the lineup was called Enterprise. So yeah. Merry Christmas. Using organizations, can you add manual people rather than using one of the services? That I cannot answer for you because I haven't even touched organizations yet. So you'd have to put that in the forum, and hopefully somebody could answer that. There were a ton of, I mean, I knew about a couple of the releases, but I didn't know about all the releases. So yeah, I was surprised, and I bet you there's going to be even more in 2026. Hello, Cody from T from Texas. Does the new Unifi travel router have a kill switch, or what happens when the traffic drops? That's a good question. I haven't tested it that much. I will be doing a full video on it. I just really connected it to our hotel Wi-Fi and then just used it for Wi-Fi. I didn't go much into it. I didn't even really bring a good working computer with me, so I was just using it on my phone. But I will let you know. Do they ask for a discount? No, they do not. Not typically. I mean, what we're doing, it's not like we're doing hourly work, so it's not, me taking longer to film isn't going to change the price of their end job, so it doesn't really matter. There have been times though that I gave a customer a switch. So there's some things, like if I'm doing a project, I don't know if this got approved or not, but we're doing a project coming up in Montreal, and I asked for a bunch of equipment through Ubiquiti to do a video on it. So if they, I mean, then the customer gets a bunch of free equipment, we do a video on it, and it showcases Ubiquiti products. I do not have any of the glass break sensors. Let's look at those. Yeah, I don't know when these are coming out. I hope soon. I really do, because, and we need integration with third-party alarm management systems. I was actually talking to this one client. I forget what the product he used. I should reach back out to him. Anyway, what he's doing, he's actually tying in with a third-party piece of device and then doing webhooks to go to third-party monitoring systems right now. But I would like it all to be within Unifi Protect so that I don't need to use a third-party device. Yeah, it's going to be soon. How soon? Who knows, right? That's always the guessing game with Ubiquiti. They didn't even send, like, I paid for my own entry sensors because I never got any of those sent to me. So I got the entry sensors. They work pretty good. But like I said, I'd like to have it with the third party, with third party monitoring, but integrated within Ubiquiti. Hey, Cody, I really don't think I need a travel router, but when Ubiquiti launches theirs, I see the pros of having one. So they're going to be, it's supposed to be coming out tomorrow. Let's see, the UTR. Here, do I have my, I'm going to throw my affiliate link in. I don't think we get anything off this one, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to throw it in there anyway. Just in case you guys think about purchasing, if you want to use my link, that'd be great. At least it shows that I'm getting clicks and stuff. So that's for the Unifi travel router. It's supposed to be coming tomorrow. $79, not a bad price. The one downfall that a lot of people think, anyway, is that it has Wi-Fi 5. For me, I don't really care how fast I'm going, especially when I'm traveling. It doesn't really matter to me, but I could see the use cases for it to be Wi-Fi 7, so you have less latency. And then if you're like transferring to a local NAS or something like that, other than that, it doesn't really matter. Not to me, anyway. Yeah, like you guys, I forget what time they usually launch stuff at. I think it's kind of switched a lot. So we'll have to see. It's probably going to be like 7 a.m. or something like that, or 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What are you excited for 2026? New products, business goals, YouTube growth. I have a couple goals in 2026, which is going to start at the end of 2026 because traveling, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But so like 2026, I'm planning on pushing out a lot more videos. I don't know how many videos I did this year, but it wasn't nearly as much as I did in 2024. So my goal is going to be to do 2 videos a week. This is my goal, and that's going to start in February though, just because I'm still traveling in January. So it'll be 2 videos a week, and then hopefully 1 live stream a week. It may vary. The live streams may vary. After that, fitness, of course. As a bunch of people tell me in the comments all the time, oh my God, Cody, you're getting fat. Well, I like food, okay? And I don't like running anymore. So I like going to the goal. So that, and then business wise, yeah, I want to grow my business. So I typically don't do ads on Facebook or anything like that just because I have enough work. But I'm trying to get my brother more work as well. So we could do 40, 50 hour weeks. And local work, not just remote work. So we're pushing out some ads for that. And then we're going to probably break into the home market, even though we don't really want. I don't want to, but there's a lot of work within residential, and Jay could kind of take over that side of stuff. We're also going to try to figure out how to get work visas to go down to the States to do work, because I get asked like almost every day to come down do big projects. So that's kind of the goals for 2026 for me. What I'm excited for? I'm excited for new Ubiquiti products. Obviously, I don't know what's coming, but I'm really hoping they come out with like more Unifi access stuff, and I'm talking like wireless locks and stuff like that. And I've said this before, kind of like Salto locks. Do you think there's a Ubiquiti door lock? Oh, which I just kind of thought about coming out like the one. So I don't know if there is, but I'd like to see something like that. Tomorrow, Q2, next year, same thing. I think it's going to launch tomorrow. And the reason I say that is because we already have them, and people were already allowed to put videos out on it. So I don't see them. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think they'll launch tomorrow. Good morning. Forgive my ignorance. Do you have any qualifications like CCNA? And if so, do you find the knowledge applies? I don't have any certifications anymore because back in the day, I don't know if CCNAs expire anymore. I'm not too sure, but they used to. Like you had to update every 3 years, I believe it was. So I had my CCNA, I had my CCNP written. I think it was route and switch I passed, and then troubleshooting I didn't even do. But then it's all expired now, so I don't have anything. Does it help in a Ubiquiti environment? I think it could, just for basic overall knowledge of networking. I don't think getting your CCNA is a bad thing, or getting your Network Plus. If you're trying to get a job within IT, you're probably going to be seeing like CCNA pasted everywhere anyway. But if you're just working in a Ubiquiti environment, you'd probably want like Network Plus, just so you have the basics of networking. Oh, nice. Going to buy one and do a video on it. Yeah, there's going to be lots of videos, I'm sure of it. Perfect. Oh, your link 10 days ago. Thank you very much for purchasing the UNAS through my link. I do appreciate it. It's worth to buy the NAS 2 or wait for the NAS 4. It depends how much storage you want, right? I think the NAS 4 does it not have M2 drives as well for caching? Thank you for the $4.99. I really appreciate it. Is the 5G product for data only, or can it be used for as booster for cell phone usage? I'm pretty sure it's just for data only. I'd have to get back to you on that, but I'm almost positive it's for data only. I don't think it's a cell phone booster. The auto DNS setting, what does it actually use? So if you have your set to auto DNS, it's going to use your ISP's DNS. I'm just looking to start at access for a new building my company is outfitting. Curious which hubs reader you end up installing the most often. So what we try to go for, especially if you're 3 doors plus, the hub, we're going to get the enterprise hub. It's a no-brainer because you don't need to buy a PoE++ switch. You have all your input outputs in here. Now, if you want motion, like motion T-Rex, request to exit motion sensors, you will have to buy an external power supply, a 12-volt power supply to power those up. So that's the only downside of this. But this is what we use the most. And then we would use the Reader Pro. That's what we use the most. We may see a change going over to these, though. Right? They're cheaper. They have video on them. They have a physical doorbell. The only thing that they don't have is the actual pin pad if you want to do, digits to get in. But this also, you can see right here with this picture, which I like the best. It's recessed right into the doorbell. Whereas if you get the Reader Pro, it sticks out. So you have to drill into your concrete or wherever you're putting it in, if you're putting it into metal, like that. So that the actual doorbell is going to save you a lot of time with cutting and stuff like that. But yeah, we really do. We put the G3 Reader Pros, probably, or G2 Reader Pros, G3, whatever, the most because people want to see video on it. If the company already has an existing access system, though, this is where it's going to shift a little bit, where we're going to end up doing the retro hubs because they save a ton of money on cabling. Too much work means it's time to increase. Yeah, I guess increase rates. I had my price at $250 US or something like that an hour. I dropped it back down to 200. I kind of just go based around what everybody else does who is in the area, but yeah, maybe eventually. I think right now I'm comfortable at $200 a US an hour. Because Canadian, that's quite a bit of money. Let's see. What type of products what time do products typically launch? They used to be at like 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I don't know if that's changed a little bit. Waiting for smoke alarm and actual alarm system, which they showed in the Superlink YouTube video, but may or may not ever come to market. Yeah. I'm hoping that third-party integration for alarm management, like 24 hours, comes for sure. What's my perfect mini rack setup? Oh gosh, I'm not really into the mini rack setups. I know a bunch of people, other content creators and stuff like that. They do the mini rack stuff. I guess the Cloud Gateway Fiber. I would go with the Cloud Gateway Fiber. I would go with this guy, the Pro XG8. What else would I do? They don't really have a mini NAS. I guess you could kind of maybe fit a 2U NAS in there. That would probably be it. Yeah, I'm not huge into those little racks. Maybe I should make one and try it out. And I don't even have one. I could reach out or I could buy some. What would you say is a good starter camera? A good starter camera. Well, that's going to depend on a lot of things, like what features you want. Do you want facial recognition? Do you want license plate recognition? Or do you want just smart person vehicle? Like realistically, you could buy a G6 turret for $199. That's going to give you all those features. If you want to spend less than that, you could get the G5 Turret Ultra for $129. That's only going to give you smart person and vehicle and your motion and some audio detections. If you're looking to do more than one camera, like say you're putting this in your house, like this is the best deal. $700. I always go off US prices, even though I'm Canadian, because a lot of people here, the majority of people here, I would assume, are US. I know we have Europe and stuff like that as well. But anyway, $700 for 4 cameras, your NVR, and a 1 terabyte hard drive, which you'll probably want to upgrade. This is a killer deal. So my brother and I were his, I don't even know who it is to him, but anyway, it's like his wife's uncle. So he just bought this. We're going to be going to install it at their house. I'm going to see if I could film that. I didn't even ask him. I'm sure he'll let us. He knows that I do YouTube and stuff. He's always liking my videos. So that would be kind of cool. Maybe I'll see. I'll see. We're going to try to get this done within the 2 weeks before I have to go away again. I am only going for 5 days, so it won't be a big thing. On another question for you, the 5G thingy, from what I've seen, it could be connected basically to any switch in the network and still be, yes, that's correct. Yep. Not configured as a WAN interface. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. You could plug this into, like if I had an 8-port switch sitting up here, I could plug the 5G into that, and that will act as my WAN failover. Yep. I have no idea when it's going to release the travel router. That is up to Ubiquiti. I have no clue. I'm not using the gate hub, so I only showed the gate hub for my G6 entry just for the video purposes. I'm not actually using it, so I took it out before we left to go to Florida. I took it out of that, and I'm just going directly into my switch. If you want like the access integration, you're gonna have to go through an access hub. Now you don't need a gate hub. I just used a gate hub because that's the only one I had here. For the enterprise access hub, using motion to exit buttons, you can use a spare lock. Oh. I didn't even think about doing that. I didn't even... Okay, yeah, you could use a spare lock, but if you're using all of your locks... Oh, that's interesting. I never thought about doing that. That is really cool. Everybody say hi to Monty. Inside Wires here. I assume you're going to be doing a live stream today as well. So if you're not subscribed to Inside Wire, go ahead and subscribe. There are Got Wired in here as well. He does a YouTube video as well, so subscribe to them. See. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. That is cool. Well, yeah. So some of my clients have the dual entry. Yeah, for sure. Yep. We do have a Unifi setup with the UMVR and a PoE switch already. Really just need the hub for a 12 volt. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you'll need to get the hub. I mean, the mini hubs are good. Well, we'll use them. We actually just quoted a job where the person didn't want to spend a crazy amount of money. So they just ended up getting a bunch of mini hubs. There are a couple things you can't do on the mini hubs. You have your input for door position switch or sensor, sorry. You have your lock terminal, and then you have your exit request. So if you're just using one of the Ubiquiti exit request buttons or just a two conductor, this will work perfectly fine. A lot of people don't use exit requests. I mean, they'll just have like a door where it could open from the outside or inside, outside, whatever way. And yeah, anyway. Okay. Sorry, I heard Mocha. With burglars increasingly using Wi-Fi jammers during break-in, is Superlink valuable? I don't know if that could break the Superlink. I'd have to test it out. I don't have like a Wi-Fi jammer thing, like a Flipper Zero or something like that, so I'd have to test it out. I mean, it does use a different protocol, so I'm not sure if it will break it or not. But that would be something to look into. AWIB, how's it going? With the new doorbells, homes don't need the NFC for mag switches or anything like that. Are there any home-based lock or anything seen a way to use NFC? So if you wanted to, I did a video about the Doorbell Pro where, I mean, it was for my thumb scan, but I also showed NFC on that. If you get like a smart lock that could integrate with Home Assistant or, you know, whatever other smart service that you're using, you could do triggers within Alarm Manager to trigger that door. I have a Cloud Gateway Max. When are the Ubiquiti racks coming out? Well, Ubiquiti's not doing mini racks, right? That was just a question that somebody asked. They have racks already, but they're not mini racks. Like okay. The tool is mini rack, but this is a 19-inch rack. It's still not the mini rack I don't think that they were talking about. They're probably talking about like a 9-inch rack or something like that. Ubiquiti has a bunch of different racks now, though. Right, swing door or a swing rack. They have the 600mm. They have the 450 glass, or they have perforated. And then they have this guy, 42U. which is still sitting in my basement currently. But that will be going to a office eventually. Do you think Unifi will update their existing door chimes? They're very weak, and yeah, I hope they do because they aren't super loud. I know what you mean. We did a house which is like, I mean, to me it's a mansion. It was like 14,000 square feet. It was big, so we had to end up putting like 8 of their Wi-Fi door chimes in, just to get the sound everywhere. I guess you could really get one of the sirens, right? And then you could set up a trigger within Alarm Manager to when the doorbell rings, it lets off the siren. The siren is very loud, and you can't switch the sound on it. Can I plug the travel router to the hotel Ethernet port and connect my devices safely? Yes, yes, yep. So the UTR, the Unifi Travel Router, it has 2 Ethernet ports in it. So one is for WAN and one's for LAN. Do they have a picture showing? Right here. So in there, this little section, it lifts up, and it's super thin. I think I showed a picture of it. It's like smaller than a deck of cards. It's tiny. But yeah, you have your WAN right here, and then you have your LAN. A lot of people thought that it was a 5G device, like it had 5G built in, but no, you could use 5G as your internet uplink. Oops, crap, I didn't mean to close that. If you guys want to hit the like button, we got 163 people here. Holy crap. That's a lot of people. I haven't had that many people in a while. And 41 likes. Let's try to get that to 100. That would be swell. What's the story with the push to PoE doorbells? How many people actually have Ethernet to their homes? So I would assume any new build right now is going to be PoE. That's just how I think it's going to go. Or they'll run both. They'll run like your, I don't know if it's, I think it's 18.2 or 16.2. I forget what they run to the doorbell. I think they're going to end up running both. You look at Ring. Ring has PoE doorbells. A bunch of people have PoE doorbells. So I think it's going to become more, you're going to see it more in new builds. In existing houses, yeah, it sucks. Like here, we didn't have Ethernet, and at my front door, I had to cut a huge hole in my wall, which I still haven't patched, but somebody 3D printed something for us to put over it. So it is a bit of a pain, but if you have the right installer tools, if you know how to patch drywall, it shouldn't be too bad. I know there's been a million questions already about the travel router, but is it a faster or better connection than using the teleport app? Well, that I didn't test out. I'll be honest. I haven't tested out a lot of it, the speeds and stuff. So I'm going to be doing that this week because I want to get a video out on it. The main thing for that, like, yeah, you could use your teleport app to VPN back home. But if you're having a bunch of different devices, like what we were doing when we were in the hotel in Florida, it was my phone, it was Chantel's phone, it was her mom's phone, and then it was a couple of the TVs that we put on there. So now you're having more than just one device connected to your teleport. I guess you could sign in somehow, but yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. I haven't tested I mean, I don't have a Wi-Fi jammer, right? So, and I haven't tested it against Superlink at all. But that's a good question for sure. Can a travel router connect to Wi-Fi as an uplink? Yes, it can. Yep. I recently added a U6 Enterprise along with the U6 LR. Everything is good with the AP density is now green range for both. But Wi-Fi 6 clients can't get beyond 500 megabit per second on the Wi-Fi. What is your, like if you set your 80, or sorry. Oh, my camera just went out. Hold on. It's going to come back. There we go. It depends on your devices for one, whatever you're using, the client. You should be, like Wi-Fi 6, you should be getting between 5 and like, I would think 800. Make sure that your 5 gigahertz is set to 80. The higher you set your channel width though, the more interference that you can get. I bought a door mini for the garage. That's all I needed it. Exit button inside and able to automatic. Oh, that's nice. I need to actually get I need to see if my garage could do it. I don't know if my garage door could do it. I tried it a while ago and nothing worked. You 3D printed a mini rack. Whoa, that's awesome. I had 2 3D printers and I couldn't figure it out, so I just gave up. I couldn't level it. Yes, Techie, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Go subscribe to Yes Techie if you want to see more on-site jobs. They just finished actually a couple big on-site jobs. Very good stuff to see. What is the difference between the G6 Pro and the standard? How do we do? Okay, compare. Compare. Let's compare these two. So the one has, well, I'll have to show you after, but the one has a big screen, the Pro entry. You could tell, let's do unique specs only. You see the different fields of view. You could see 12 megapixel, 8 megapixel, the different tamper resistance, the video frames per second. Ooh, it's actually lower on that. Anyway, the bigger thing here is with the Pro entry, you have this screen right here. So what you could do, instead of using like an intercom viewer, you're going to be able to, if you want to have like directories. So say this is for the front of a building. Well, you could have directories and stuff built into there. So you're going to be able to have that screen. I mean, it's a 3-inch screen. It's not huge, but you're also going to be able to do the pin pad. So if you want to give people pin credentials instead of an NFC card or mobile credentials, you're going to be able to do that. I mean, obviously the different cameras are different as well. Afternoon. They need to make a 5G version of this. Yeah, I mean it's their first. Oh, what are you doing? It's their first entry into travel router, so we'll see. Maybe they will end up making more. I just ran PoE to my front door and it sucked a fair bit, but glad to have it now. Yeah, I should have shown when I did my. I should have shown you guys how I did mine. The good thing about our place, the basement's unfinished, so it wasn't really that bad. I cut a hole in the drywall. Did I drill up or down? I found the gap because we had an existing doorbell cable coming down. So I had to drill that hole out a little bit bigger, and then I just fished up with the fish stick. Or whatever you call it. That's what I call it, fish stick. Glow rod, whatever. I wish Ubiquiti would include wireless WAN connectivity in their network application for all the gateway devices. The Express 7 would be a great travel route. Yeah. So originally I did a video, I think it was on Chantel's channel, or we were in Hawaii, we were in Maui. And I had this device and I had a paper towel over it. I'm like, I can't talk about it. It wasn't the Express 7, it was just the normal Express. But we ended up using that as our travel router because in the hotel or the place we were staying, it had physical Ethernet that I could uplink to. Worked really well. I'm interested in this travel router. I have a Dream Machine, and this would be great with that. Traveling 6 to 7 months of the year definitely would help. Yes, yep. Any suggestions with starting a side hustle? Best way to obtain clients insurance? That's always the hard one. Like the clients is the very difficult thing to get. There's no magic way. Whoops, I want that. No magic way to get them. So if you're more an extrovert, you could go into businesses and try to sell your services. I'm not like that. I would never walk into business and say, hey, use me for this or that, right? That's kind of why I started YouTube channel, even though I don't like being on camera that often. So that's kind of how I started doing it. You could always post ads on, like I'm running an ad right now on Facebook in my local area, just to see maybe we get some bites for some people that didn't know about us around here. You could do ads. You could do. You could start a YouTube channel or like social media of some sort. It doesn't need to be YouTube. As for insurance, you'd have to. Everywhere is going to be different. Most places in our area make you do like 5 million now, insurance and stuff like that. But it depends on what type. If you're an MSP, the insurance is way different for that, right? We're not an MSP. We're installers, and then we hand it over. Stick at a couple things that you're really good at. Don't offer everything at first. You could say you're really good. Why is this camera? I still haven't got a new cable for it. I don't know what it is. Anyway, what was I saying? Stick with a couple things that you're really good at. Say you're really good at structured cabling. Offered structured cabling. Only do that, and then branch off from there. That's the best way to do it. You don't want to do everything, and like if you only know a little bit of everything and you're not an expert, yeah, you could if they ask you to do some stuff. But I think that's the best way to start. I don't know. That's how I started anyway. And how long have I been doing it? I think I've been doing this myself now, like full time for 6 years, 6 or 7 years, something like that. What would be a smart upgrade from the Cloud Gateway Max? Well, if they're using that form factor, I would get the Cloud Gateway Fiber if that's what they use, or go to like a UDM Pro Max. My server closet on the second floor, so I ran it up to the attic, down the conduit, through the crawl space, then up through the front wall. That doesn't sound fun, but at least you got it done. We were doing this hotel. Actually, I was doing this hotel because Jay was working masonry at the time or something like that. Typically you shouldn't put all your APs down hallways. I mean, that's just not how you design the Wi-Fi. But they didn't want to spend a ton of money to put in wall access points. And two, I didn't want to, they had a crawl space under the hotel itself and they're right on the water. I went down there. There was a couple rats down there and there was like 6 inches of water. I'm like, yep, we ain't doing that. So crawling through attic spaces, if I had Jay then, we would be trying to upsell them in-wall APs everywhere, and then I'd get him to crawl around. Do you have the VPN on your travel router, and does it work well? Yeah, so I had the VPN on my travel router. I had it linked back to here, to my house. I'll do a video showing how to do everything on it. I've already got, because I did a short, and it has like 65,000 views or something like that. So I had a bunch of people asking questions. So I will end up answering the majority of those questions in my video. I have no easy way to run PoE to my doorbell, which is the big reason I haven't upgraded. Yeah, it's going to be hard for people, especially if you have like a big brick exterior. It's going to be difficult. Can you show how to get the tamper detection to work in the G6 entry and protect? I have tampering option grayed out when creating an alarm. Are you going through an enterprise access hub? Or not access. Are you going through any Unifi access hub? Let me just see. I don't want to show you guys here, but I could try to... Oh, crap. I'm not on my site. All sites, Mactelecom. I forget how mine is. Where's my doorbell? Where is my doorbell? Ooh, there's an update for the G6 180, which we'll talk about too. So in the settings, wait, no, there isn't. Where's the tamper? Where is the tamper? Tamper. I mean, there's a tamper switch. If you take your doorbell off, it should go off. There's a tamper switch built into the bottom of it. Oh, right here. Here, I'll take a screenshot. Whoops. Let's see. Okay. I guess I don't have it turned on right now. Because I reset it. But okay. So this is my doorbell right now, but you need to make sure that this is checked off. Hopefully it's checked off and it's under, you know, your recording settings. Make sure that's checked off. And when you pull your doorbell off, even a little bit, once that tamper switch doesn't touch it, you'll hear the alarm go off. Let's see. A quick question. Does the G6 entry allow to trigger a webhook when a certain plate is detected? You probably can. It's not capturing license plates for me just based on where it is, but I would assume you could. Yeah, for sure. Same iPhone 14. I don't know. I'd have to look at your settings, but yeah, the 6E, if you're on 6E, you should be getting more than that for sure. But that, yeah. It all depends on your environment. Everybody's going to be a little bit different, but you need to think about this. A lot of people don't need those fast speeds, right? Like if you look at your dashboard of your UDM, you're not using that much bandwidth at all. I used a flat Cat 6 cable for mine, made a hole big enough for the cable, put a new end on. Oh, nice. Oh, that'll work. You can help with the nonprofit or small business to get your name out. I don't have a business and have too many clients. Yeah, you could do that, I guess. Yep. Hey, how's it going? YouTube changed everybody's names. I think your name's Jeff. I could be wrong. But they did change how people's names are listed. But how's it going? I do recognize your profile. We met some really great people in Florida as well. A couple of contacts who I'm actually going to do some remote work for now, so that's really good. A lot of people who were down where we were staying, they're business owners or they're retired business owners, so it was great. I have an NVR Pro and I changed all my HDDs to SDDs. Now the cameras will not. The cameras were not triggered. No setting were changed. What did I do wrong? That I have no clue. I've never actually used SSDs for my cameras before. Maybe have you rebooted? I know it seems simple, but that might work. No, yeah. You shouldn't have had to do anything. It should have just been plug and play, to be honest. I haven't okay, so here's the question is, does the UNES Pro 8 come close to hitting the 10 gig throughput? I've heard with the CPU and the SATA, the max throughput doesn't come close. So I do have the UNES Pro 8. I'm actually kind of using it as my backup to my UNES Pro 2, or not my UNES Pro 2, my UNES 2 right now. So I haven't done a lot of testing with it, but I am planning on doing a video and we'll test that out. I think Jake did a video on it. Do you think the G6 doorbell lineup will expand at some point? I wanted to get one, but noticed the... I think they'll probably keep expanding all their lines of cameras, right? Like, you're going to end up seeing G7, G8, G9, G10, like, throughout the years. I think it will, yep. How does the new face... So I didn't test face unlock because I don't have a door lock that opens with, like, facial unlock and stuff like that. I would have to try when we do it on like a Unifi access site or something like that. I guess I always could test it out on Unifi Access Hub and plug a strike in and see and let you know. Squirrel Tim, how's it going? Good morning. My entry is directly plugged into it's directly input into the enterprise. Access isn't installed or anything. Enterprise switch. Did you check off that? Like, you should have triggers on that then if it's just directly into protect. Ritesh, how's it going? From India. First, I would like to thank you for answering my questions for the past lives. No problem. I've been able to set up my home Ubiquiti. Oh, awesome. Well, that is great. I love to hear that, and that is why I'm here. I watched your latest 2025 complete setup 9 times. Holy moly. That's a lot of times. I wouldn't want to watch myself that many times. I'm not huge on the full build videos. I know, like, 2025 videos and stuff like that. We'll see. I think I need to change kind of how my format is on it. Like, to make it a little bit more, I don't know. I need to think about how to make it a little bit better. But we probably will be. There is going to be a Unifi Talk setup video coming because I haven't done a Unifi Talk video in a long time. I bought the G4 doorbell that runs on a 1624 and it connects wirelessly. Use teleport to VPN into your home system to direct connect. Nice. New construction got Cat 6A for the door for the entry failed to run 18.2, 16.2 for access. Mini door position. Would you locate mini close to door? I would have it. So me personally, I'd still have it back in my network rack, but that might be difficult to do. So like yeah, I don't know how you would do that. You would have to run a cable. Like, I wouldn't want my hub right at my door. It would just not look that good unless you buried it in your wall somehow, but that still wouldn't look too good either. The only problem with burying it in your wall, if you ever have to service it, then you're kind of screwed. Currently have dual ISPs and peak speed is 500 megabits per second, 550. This could it be defective? I don't think it would be defective. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you're looking for, the thing is, like, if you're doing 500, 300 megabits per second, like I said, you're still not really using that. It's nice to see your ISP speeds. Like, I'll try a Wi-Fi speed right now on my phone. Make sure I'm not on a VPN, which I am on a VPN. Let me turn that off. Disconnect. Let's use Wi-Fi man. What am I connected to here? So I'm downstairs. My service is only a gig, the one I'm on right now. I need to get my fiber fixed, but anyway. Oh, my 5 gigahertz is only set to 5. Anyway. So I'm only on channel width of 40. I have a minus 76 dBm right now. I'm going to start the test. Okay, so I'm getting pretty crap signal. I'm only getting 300 down. So, but it is where I'm located. I don't have an access point upstairs, and I'm only on 40 megahertz as well. But I never really care about speeds. Like, I'm not huge into that. But if you're trying to do stuff like, send files to your NAS, big files through your phone, that may be where it kind of slows you down. Do you normally count the door access cameras as part? Do you normally count the door access cameras as part of the area covered for security? Or do you always install dedicated cameras pointing in the same direction? It really depends on how many, what the clients want. We typically will have like a G2 Reader Pro or G3 Reader Pro, and we'll also have another fixed camera somewhere. Any word if we will be seeing a G6 Wi-Fi? No, I haven't heard about that at all. This could be interesting for residential users. The environmental sensor has a built-in button, and you can use it. You could use it as a trigger in alarm. That's a SuperLink long range. This can be interesting. Okay, the environmental sensor. Oh yeah, it has a button and you can trigger. Yes, yep, you can do that. The long lasting battery and sensor's compact size. It can be used as a clicker to open a gate. Oh, that would be cool. I think they are coming out with a. I'm pretty sure they're coming out with like a little key fob button thing though. So that would be used as well. Like my sensor, it's actually on my window right there. I wonder what it's showing for the temperature because I have my window open. Sensor manager. Let's do USL environmental. Click. The temperature right now, oh, it's only showing 18.1 Celsius. I did get a chance to read your email. You were, and I mentioned it at the beginning. I don't think you were here, but in your last question, I saw that you said UNAS or Synology. Right now, I'm just using UNAS, so I do have a Synology, but it's not even. The only thing I'm using my Synology for is open speed test, to be honest with you, right now. But I did read your last email, and I know you mentioned, and thank you for the membership, by the way. But for the, I know you were talking about a fob for like a clocking system, and if you could use that too with Unifi Access. If you assign that NFC card to Unifi Access, it's going to wipe it. So you won't be able to use this as a check-in system anymore for your other system. Thoughts on the Unifi high-end PTZs? So we do have a couple, or we do have an industrial installed, or a couple in, where did I put my other industrial? I gave my mom the one industrial that I have. It works great. I don't know if the LiDAR is enabled in it yet, but we are going down to do a job where we're going to be installing a couple more. So I'll let you know then. And that will actually be shown in my video. It is actually kind of cold in here. I'm not going to lie. I probably should shut my window, but I put a G4 doorbell on a loading dock door for the material management, but then we put in a G5 bullet right above because we wanted the view on the viewport. Yep. Yeah, like there's a lot of reasons, especially with if you're putting PTZs. Some people want a PTZ and then they want a non-PTZ right beside it. I mean, yeah, my Unifi chime works well, but like our house isn't that big, so I could hear it. And the only notification that I have is when somebody presses my door. When somebody presses my doorbell, that's it. Brainstorming for a home UNAS to cut cloud backup subscriptions. Can I put a UNAS in each site and have them constantly sync? So there's no constant sync. You may be able to do it through like a third-party syncing application though. Nervous without cloud. Well, like you could have it back up to like, Google Drive or there's a couple different, like Wasabi, I think they offer. There's a couple different subscriptions that you could set it up for. Does Unifi Talk support voicemail and text messaging? So yes, there is voicemail for sure. There is voicemail to email. So to go to your email and it'll do transcription. They do have text like SMS, but it is very limited. You have to go in through the dashboard and you have to type out your text messages. So it's not that great. The use case I could see it for, which still wouldn't be that great for, is to like, say I'm at a dentist office and I want to give appointment reminders. That's what I'd use. But again, you can't use it from your mobile phone. You have to do it from the Unifi dashboard. So if you have like, you don't want your receptionist to be able to have admin credentials to set out SMS messages. They showed the fob at UWC. I thought I saw it there. They showed it in their video as well. Just curious why top line is underperforming. Well, you're probably thinking more speeds with Wi-Fi 7. The U6 Pros, you should be getting, or not U6 Pro, sorry, the Enterprise, you should be getting about 800 meg though. I'm not sure. They're probably, as far as I know, there's no Wi-Fi version right now. I did not wire a front. They don't even have a doorbell, so I didn't put anything there. I show my mom's. I probably can't. Let's see what they got going on. I want to make sure they're not outside. Where they have the PTZ is not the best spot. Auto high quality. They're not outside, are they? Yeah, like the angle where they have it, it's like right above. Oh crap! I didn't mean to move that. I don't want to move that. I need to lock that. I want to move my camera. There we go. So this is the PTZ Industrial. It's very low. It's not this is completely not zoomed, like it's zoomed in. So it really should have been sitting up here where this, I think this is G5 Pro. But anyway, they wanted it there, so whatever. This is definitely not the use case for it. They should definitely have it a bit higher up. But it is a great camera. We installed a couple out of business, and it's working really well. Yep. The G6 doorbell, I don't think has a fingerprint scanner. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Speaker, no, it doesn't. There's no fingerprint scanner on that one. Nope. Can you connect? You can. I don't believe you could connect Unifi talk to landlines like old PT or PSTN lines. You can't do that. I wish they would have package detection to cameras, not just doorbells. Yeah, that would be nice, to be honest with you. I wish the access cards were cheaper or allow the ability to upload the Unifi security app to third-party. Well, they do. You can do third-party apps, for sure. Or not apps, sorry. You do third-party fobs, and then you could use Unifi identity endpoint to just do mobile credentials. Yeah, so when I go to card inventory and add a card, I get two options: add NFC card or import card from CSV file, but I can't find the template. The template should actually just be there. I think that's more for user management though, isn't it? Let me see. I need to find a system that has access on it. Telecom, is this one? Do I have access on my system? Yes. Whoops, let's go to settings. I'm not showing this on screen because I don't want to, obviously. Import cards from CSV. Yeah, so once you open that up, at the very top, it says download template. Let me grab the screenshot. There we go. Yeah, so this is what it shows. When you open it up, it says import cards, and then there's the template right there. Any experience using the Wavelink Outdoor AP? I do not have any experience with that, no. Well, yeah, you could use third-party fobs, though. You could use whatever you want. You could use third-party, it doesn't matter. There's a checkbox within Unifi Access to use third-party. Oh, yeah, well, maybe not. It may not take the features. Yeah, that's correct, yeah. I mean, are the fobs not available? They're pretty expensive, too, to be honest with you. UA fob? I don't even know what they're called anymore. Okay, let's go down there. $100 for 10 of them. I mean, you're going to be passing that off to the client, though, which still kind of sucks, but where the heck are there? Where's it? Oh, right here, Unifi access cards. Oh, they come in white now. That's cool. $30 for how many comes with this? 20? Oh, it's only 10. I thought they used to do 20 packs. Maybe they don't do that anymore. I'm pretty sure they used to do 20. That could have been a little while ago, though. Oh, no worries. If you're not super used to Unifi Access, you're not going to know where all that stuff is. Still no G3 cameras. Well, G3 cameras probably aren't going to be coming out. We're on G6 now. There probably isn't any. You're not going to see many G3 cameras in stock. Thank you for whoever just bought something on the through my link, because I just saw that come through. So that's beautiful. It is getting cold outside. It's going to start freezing rain here anytime. What else were we going to talk about? What was my thing? I don't even know what the name of this is. What was the name of my stream? We didn't really talk about the 180 camera. The 180 camera's cool. Did I do the update to it? Let me see. There will be an update video, like I said. Oops, I don't want to access there. Did I update this? Yeah, I can't show this because it will show my street. Which probably isn't crazy hard to find anyway, but it's a cool camera. It's I mean the angle is huge on it. People were asking like you can't tilt it up or down, but I think there's a bracket. Hold on. There's like this angled bracket that you could use as well. So it points down more. You put your screws in and it points down. So that's what you could use for that. I mean, and that's included with it. But I think it's a cool camera. It's been working well for me. Haven't had any issues with it. The stitching is working fine for me. It really depends where you put it though. I have a new project with 6 turret, one AI PTZ, and an AI horn. Which turret between AI turret and the G6 Pro? I would probably go with the G6 Pro turret. They do offer the 100, but it's never built. 100? They have 100 cards? Let me look at this. I've never seen that. I have never seen that before. Where'd the cards? Okay, so yeah, they only showed 10. Oh, there's a 100 pack. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, well, that's cheaper. Well, you're paying what? 27 bucks? You're saving a little bit of money off that. I didn't even know they did a 100 pack. We're like we rarely install where they're using a key fob or a card. It's mobile credentials pretty much everywhere now. There will be a 2026 Unifi network setup video. I don't know when I'll end up doing it. It'll probably the issue with those videos, then the next day Ubiquiti will come out with a network, 10.8 or something like that, and it will completely change the interface. Yeah, there are new mounts for the 180 as well. So you could buy extra mounts, but the wedge or the angled mount that I just showed you there, that is that comes with it. You got your pendant mount, which is kind of cool. So this would be great for like a front of a building, I guess, or something like that. I don't even know. But we'll probably start selling them whenever they're available. What else? How long we've been going? We've been going 58 minutes. If you guys want to hit that like button, how many likes we get up to? We are at 84 likes. Thank you very much. We're almost to 100 likes. One sec here. Yeah, so what do we have come? Tomorrow we are supposed to go run some cables. We'll have to see because we're getting really bad weather. What are we doing Tuesday? What am I doing Tuesday? Tuesday, we already did this Unifi access job for this customer, and they had to replace their door, and they had to tear down all the doors, so now we got to put in the G3 Reader Pro again. Got to cut that in. That's going to be Tuesday. Wednesday, what am I doing Wednesday? What am I doing Wednesday? I thought we have a couple good-sized jobs coming up. Wednesday, we're finishing a camera job. Thursday is New Year's Day, but I don't really care. I could just work on Thursday, finishing up this access job. We got that plastic surgery coming up soon that we need to do, but their walls and stuff aren't in yet, so that'll probably be starting in February. G6 Pro entry or G3 Reader Pro? How big are the differences? G3 Reader Pro. The difference is that there's a physical button. There's a different speaker on it. The screen's not as big. The biggest thing to it, which would make me go over to a G6, I talked about that at the beginning. If you're putting on a G3 Reader Pro, you have this thing right here, which is huge. So what I would rather see in a new like G4 reader is them to make this wider and then have the Ethernet built into it so that you don't need to cut this huge space out. Because with the new Pro, it's recessed in. So you only need to, like you could see right here, you only need to do a little drill hole and that's it. If you're using the Reader Pro, you got to cut out a huge square to get that piece into it. So if you don't mind cutting into metal frames or brick or stuff like that, well, whatever, just go with the G3 Reader. And we don't really know the price on the Pro yet. So that's going to determine some things as well. Oh, we're at 104 likes. Thank you guys. I hope they make a trick in Alarm Manager. If it stays open for a long time, the alarm will go off on the chime. That would be nice. Yes. Tech TV, how's it going? Good to see you. I mean, there is, if you're, I don't think you're talking about Unifi Access, obviously, but within Unifi Access, you could do that. So if the door is open for whatever, 20 seconds or whatever, the alarm will go off. Be nice if there was a dashboard for all the Unifi Sense Superlink devices. We have a various temperature and door sensors for a business walk-in fridge. I mean, they do have, I mean, it's not separate. Well, it's within Unifi Protect, right? So you could, I'll just show you this here, 1 month. Oh, let me select all my sensors. What? Why does it not show them? Oh, yeah. So, I mean, they do have this graph, kind of. I don't know if this is something that you're looking for, but that's within Unifi Protect, right? So they'll have this. It's called their sensor manager. Do you think I made the right decision choosing the Unifi Fiber over the SE? Or I only need 4K cameras. I want 2.0 gig speed, and the SE is nearly 4 years old. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't know what the capacity on that fiber is, though. I forget. Do they have it on calculator.com? Do they have it on here? Oh, they do. They have the UCG fiber. UCG fiber. Protect. Okay, so you could do 5. Yeah. The only downside is your hard drive size, right? So if you're doing 2 terabytes, unless you get a bigger M2, then you could have some more space. What we're doing right now, we are putting in the Pro Maxes. That's our standard for like business and stuff like that. I have a 2 terabyte Western Digital Purple installed in my UDM SE. I've been regularly deleting 1 week videos. If I don't delete it and the disk becomes full, yes, it automatically does delete. So once it becomes full, it will take your oldage foot. You don't need to delete them manually. I will just keep deleting it for you. How do you feel about the device bridge switch? Does it work with the U7 Pro XGS? I would assume it works with the U7 Pro XGS. I can't say for a fact because I don't have that installed in my house. But I think that device bridge switch is going to make it a lot easier for camera security, to be honest. This is my use case anyway for homes. So if we're going to start doing residential services and we can't get the best place for the front of the house, typically, when you're putting cameras on the house, is the garage, because you could access more things. So if we don't have a physical uplink and they already have a unified Wi-Fi system, we're going to put this device bridge in, or the switch. They have it on the front page. Yeah. We're going to put this switch in the garage, and then we could run multiple cable or cameras out to it. So I think it's a really great switch. Yeah, you could use junction boxes. Some customers don't like that, though. They want the flat look. We do install the junction boxes when the customer asks, or we'll just drill into the brick and stuff like that. What would be a going price to run Ethernet cable to an old home? Well, that really depends. I've seen it go from $200 all the way up to $500. So it depends on the technician or the company that you're going with. Yeah, the new travel router is going to be cool. It says it's coming out tomorrow, so watch out for that if you're going to buy it. You're probably going to want to be up early, pressing F5 whenever you can, or try to get notifications set up somehow. I don't know how you even get notifications set up these days to make sure you get it, because it's going to sell out fast, I would think. I'm not sure if they'll come out with the Pro travel router. This is their first, release in the travel router market. Answer me this. A lot of people were asking, why doesn't the travel router have a battery? Why do you need a battery in it? I don't get it, because I don't use travel routers that much. What would be the use case of the battery? To have it not plugged into a wall? I guess. But how long would that even last? I don't know. By the way, there is any software to monitor the traffic among devices in the Ubiquity universe. I think I will set up something to point the API. You could create dashboards. I think Techno Tim might have just done a dashboard video with Grafana or something like that. I think Techno Tim did a video on that recently. If I've got 4K cameras and a Superlink with a bunch of sensors, if I got 4K cameras, sensors, you don't think that's going to be a bottleneck for the gateway fiber? That I don't know. I don't know how the sensors are actually calculated within Protect, like, because you do have a certain amount of devices that you could use for Protect. Like, for instance, if you're using 4K cameras, you could only use 5. But does each sensor count as one device? That's what I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Some do it by drop. Some in the UK do it at $50. $50 a drop, that's way too low, in my opinion. I mean, yeah. As far as I know, the travel router could only broadcast one SSID. That's all I used when I was away, but I'll be diving into it deeper today. My only problem, none of the devices are industrial grade, so I need to think outside the box a little bit. I mainly work. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, like we in Canada, it gets extremely cold, and even though they rate it for, I think it's like -20 Celsius or something like that, sometimes it goes well below that, and their stuff still works. So it all depends on the risk you want to take. What do you think about if there is a storage you connect to the device bridge that cameras record if it goes down? Yeah, I mean, that would be kind of cool. I guess you could use that, but I don't know what you would use on that. Thoughts on using the travel router with a G4 or G6 camera while away? So I think, well, you can do it with the G6. I know that for sure. I don't know if you can. So when I went away, I had my G6 instant recording in my kitchen to watch the cats. And we had somebody actually over babysitting the cats for like an hour or two a day. So I wasn't able to test it. That's what I'm testing today. I literally just got home last night. So I got a bunch of testing. But I know you can record with at least the G6 instant. You may be able to do it with the G4. I don't know. Yeah, it says that the travel router it's releasing in, well, probably not Canada. Let's see. Never releases in Canada. Let's see, is it same day? Oh, it is same day. $115. Whew. That's because our dollar's terrible. I use the GLINet travel router and don't mind no battery, but if they did put a battery in, the whole thing would be an almost double the thickness. I just don't know why you need a battery. I have to find a use case for a battery, because whenever I'm in a hotel, there's outlets that I'd be plugging into anyway. Your environmental sensor keeps going offline. Press the button on top of it. It should boot back up, because it goes into like a low power state. I wouldn't even do 92. Hold on, let me see. Pound to CAD. 50. Yeah, so 9230. I mean, that's way too low for me. We charge like on the what did we just do? I just quoted a job, $200 a cable. So 200. So you're looking at 108. That's what we charge, and that's for commercial with drop ceiling. For a house, you're going to get charged more than that, because it's a lot more work, to be honest with you. Moisture is the biggest problem. Well, the thing with that, the moisture, make sure that you have the grommets put in. A lot of people have issues with moisture because they don't seal it properly. The UTR costs 70 there. 70. Oh yeah, so that's more than our Canadian dollar, so it's a little bit higher. Let's see. Just complaining on the G6 180 release. They put November and it keep looking, then suddenly went on sale and sold out. Then you see on eBay, yeah, that's the issue. I mean, it is what it is. Hopefully they start, I mean, in 2026, we could always pray and hope that when they have a date like tomorrow with the travel router coming out the 29th, that it's stuck to that date so that people who need to buy it, it's very frustrating, I know, for home users for sure, but it's also extremely frustrating when you're trying to install this stuff and you can't get it. Just buy a battery bank for the travel router. It may make it last probably, yes, 100%. Do you have a forum where I could get support? I have a G6 Instant connected to the Cloud Key, and I cannot get the Protect iOS app to update to keep saying camera power off. I have a Discord. Like if you're looking for free support, I mean, maybe somebody will answer that. You could jump in the Discord. Where is the Discord? You join the Discord here. There you go. Are you using Unifi access points? I guess it shouldn't really matter. I don't know if it uses auto link or not. I forget. I'm confused by the specs. How can it support 50 devices and 500 clients, but only up to, well, so you could do it. It includes network devices as well. If you look at the capacity calculator, right? So now we're clicked on access points, right? So you could go up to 50, but your CPU is going to be nuts. So if you could do like 17, 20, 22, then it goes up there. You might want to throw some talk phones on there, right? So it all depends. Like you're going with 4K cameras. I can't even get rid of that. There we go, 4. You put some phones on it. You're not putting much phone, then maybe you have one access reader or something like that, right? If you do need more capacity than that, you just have to upgrade to something else, a Pro Max or SE or whatever. Andrew, how's it going? Have you seen the new server rack Ubiquities are releasing? Are you talking about these guys here? I think we went over these ones. I don't know any other ones that they're coming out with, but they have these guys, right? Which I think they already came out. Actually, Jacob from Stewart Network Services already has one. They have this, right? So it's perforated or the glass, right? I think this is the one I have. I forget. One video that I kind of want to do, because somebody mentioned or somebody tagged me on Facebook yesterday about these, like what I thought about the Unifi Keystones. I haven't actually used them yet. They do say that they're toolless. Are these Keystones? Yeah, these are the jacks. They say they're toolless, but they're not really toolless because you need to have tools, right? So you have wire strippers. I mean, you could use that or you could use scissors, whatever. And then you place, your conductors within the piece of plastic. You cut the ends off, so there's a tool. You need a trimming tool. You trim, and then you click down. People were having issues with it. I haven't tested it yet. I might switch my whole rack to be using these, and I'll do a video on it, because I do have a bunch of these silver, I think they're the Cat 6A ones. I only have Cat 6 in my house or Cat 5. I think I'll do a video on it, and just to let people know how easy they are to use. For me, there's two different products that I use right now for jacks. It would be vertical cable and use their iPunch tool or one punch tool. I found vertical cable hard to get here in Canada, so I've been going with VCE Link. Yes, they're made in China, whatever. They have a crimping tool as well, and it works perfectly fine. Let's see. I have two UP-Sense all-in-one motions. Is connected to the U6 in-wall, and the second one is connected to the SuperLink, and it's giving me a problem. Last two detections with 2 days ago. Maybe try, so you reset it. Yeah, I don't know. You might be able to switch the uplink. Try to uplink it over to your U6 in-wall. Well, they do have a soft phone app for talk. You have to pay for it, so you have to buy the Pro plan, which I forget how much it is. I think it's $20 American or something like that, and that gives you 5 seats to be able to use it. But it allows you to get like, that's how I get my phone calls, is through the Unifi app. But they don't allow you to do text messaging or anything over that. Is the UDM Pro Max good for hotspot business, limiting megabits per second data cap with vouchers? I don't set up hotspots like hardly, or captive portals hardly anymore. So I can't really tell you that, but I'm sure it is. I mean, you could, even if the UDM captive portal isn't good, you could always integrate a third-party one with it. Yeah, it's not totally toolless. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're not making them direct. I'm sure it's like an OEM that they put their stamp on. What do I have to do to use IPv6 for the AT&T modem that is current? I don't even use IPv6 at all, and I don't use AT&T, so I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. You might have to look up the AT&T specs in their manual, because we only have 2 ISPs here in Canada. Oh, Mocha's in here. Moki? Oh, that's a good girl. Let's see. The rec looks like an Orion racks that are branded with the Ubiquity, and that could be the case. There. Looking to add my mom's internet to my Unifi network so I can monitor and control her internet easier for her. What would you suggest as she only needs minimal access? Looking to add my mom's internet. So I assume your mom lives in a different, oh, my camera. I got to fix that. Oh my gosh. It'll come back online. Hopefully. There we go. I assume she lives in a different unit than you, or a different place, like physical location. You could just get, if she just needs minimum, let's go here, like Wi-Fi integrated. I'd probably just get her I'd probably just get her this, the U7 Enterprise, or sorry, the Unifi Express 7. I can't speak today. Or you could always get her the Dream Router 7, but I'd probably just do this. It's $24.99. Okay, gotcha. Do you use Tailscale? I haven't used Tailscale, no. Possible to show how Tailnet looks like. I haven't really dove into that. I mean, there's probably other people, like, I don't know if Lawrence Systems got into that. I'm sure he did. Maybe Crosstalk you could look at. I maybe might test it. We'll see. I got these new shirts that have like printed graphics on it, and it's on the back. Holy crap, do they ever get hot? Insane. Cloud Gateway Ultra. Well, if they want Wi-Fi integrated, so it's just one device, I would get something like this. Most likely. I mean, that's what I would do. Somebody's pinging me on Discord. Who's pinging me on Discord? Oh. They're just talking about nice. Well, ask your questions. I will stay on here a bit longer. I will be hopefully on UI chat later today, unless we have power or internet issues because of this storm. And, whoops. That isn't going to be a live stream, though. That would be like just through their YouTube channel or podcast or whatever they do for it. So we'll see. I don't know if what else came out with new with Ubiquity. We got the 180, we got the G6, we got the, oh yeah, we didn't talk about this. Well, I mean, we kind of talked about this, but like, and it's for sale right now. These are going to be great for businesses with old existing systems. And they could do 2 doors. So you got 2 doors on one hub. $299, which is, or $229, which is pretty good price. So it's going to cut your cabling costs like to nothing, unless you cable in a few new things. So that's great. I can't wait to use it. I do have a retro hub. I have the PSU here, and I have 2 of the readers they sent me. So they sent me a black one and they sent me a white one. I think they kind of, the shipping messed up because I believe they probably only wanted to ship 1 reader, and then they forgot to send the hub. But anyway, I have the hub now, so we'll end up testing that out. If your ISP supports IPv6, I would assume they would, but you never know. I am looking at getting back into Lego a little bit too. Kind of want to get this because I have the Quickie Mart back there. I think they just did another Simpsons. Oops. Pretty sure they did. Yeah, so I have so that's a retired product. This one as well. I had to pay like almost $700 US to get this one. Anyway, I might get this guy because I have the Quickie Mart. Like I should, right? And Lego's cool. I haven't done Lego. It used to relax me all the time. I used to love doing it. And then all my Lego, I ended up giving it to my nephew. And it was like a lot of Lego I ended up giving him. Because him and my brother would build it together. And they seem to have more fun. But I think I'm going to get back into it. I didn't talk about the U7 Pro XG. I have that. I have it. It's not hooked up. I should probably hook it up. Let's see. In wall. So they did come out with this. I don't know a ton of the benefits, to be honest with you. Let's go back and compare. Here. Okay, so we'll do unique specs only. Okay, so it has a 10 gigabit uplink. Obviously the dimensions are a bit different. The mounting, whatever. 5 gigahertz, so you could then tend to gains a little bit different. The DBM's a little bit different. It's not a huge amount of changes though, to be honest with you. The operating temperature. Wow, it could get down to -30. That's kind of insane. I don't think this is an outdoor AP either, but this one could go up to 60 degrees Celsius, whereas this one could only do 40. I don't know if I don't know if I change out to it. It really depends if you have a use case for that 10 gigabit uplink, to be honest with you. Ready for the ice storm coming up. Not really. That's kind of, yeah. We're supposed to, I need to get to do work. We got a lot of work coming up and we need to travel for the work, but the ice storm's supposed to hit like any time now here. And then after the ice storm, we're getting a winter storm. I'm sure you're getting the same up in Ottawa. Hope it isn't the same. Yeah, if we had it the same in the late 90s, that's going to be terrible because services were out for days. I have 2 ISPs. One supports IPv6 and the other one doesn't. Oh, God. Oh, that's good to know. I don't know if ours does. I'm sure they do. I've never looked into it, though. We don't know. Yeah, the dates on the motion sensors, we don't know. I think, what do they say? They pushed it off to like next year or something. Oh, December. Aren't we running out of time? We got like a couple days of December. So we'll see. We'll see if they actually release it. And if they do, I'm going to grab a few. You should buy the travel router. Why not? It does depend on your use case. If you're looking for new gear, why not? Yeah, it's a relatively inexpensive device. How long do you think it'll be before the SE and the Pros are classed as legacy? I've given another 2 years max. I think even though it goes legacy, you're still going to see support for firmware for years and years and years. I'm not too sure. I would think probably another couple of years. Like the Pros have been out for a very long time now. Jabberwocky, how's it going? From Tennessee. Mocha is going to town. You cleaning yourself? Hey. I'm sure they're glad we're home. We did have a cat sitter and she did a great job. She was here like an hour or two a day, which typically when we go away, we have people staying here like almost full time. But the people who watch the cats are our parents, and our parents came with us. Here in Oshawa, we are preparing, but what truly is prepared in Canada? Yep. I mean, I live in like Newmarket area, I guess we'll put it. And I'm sure it's going to be pretty bad. I'm supposed to go to, I think it's Vaughan tomorrow. I already emailed the client. I don't know if we're going to make it. We'll see. It all depends on the morning. Sorry if this has already been answered. Only just joined. No problem. Does the travel router work through VPN options other than teleport, and does it work with remote access turned off? I have to do more testing before I answer a lot of these questions because I don't want to be wrong on it. And I didn't do a whole lot of testing when I was away just because I was on vacation, didn't really feel like it. But you have a couple options. Secure VPN client, you have OpenVPN or WireGuard. So you should be able to change or choose which VPN you want to use. But you'll see in my video what I talk about and what I show. I'll show everything about it. We'll like to see a video of the 180 cam with the pendant mount. I'd have to find somewhere that wants me to put a pendant mount in. I won't be doing it for my house, though. Is the PoE chime any louder? Not noticeably that I have a PoE chime, and I didn't think it was any louder, to be honest. I will probably grab a travel router. I do have the Slate 7, which is awesome, but I see the different use cases. In everyday carry, the Slate 7 is take to cover. Yep. I have the Slate 7. I have it somewhere, actually, in this office. I never even plugged it in yet. I think it does. It just showed on their screen that it supports WireGuard. I didn't set it up with WireGuard. I just linked back to my console using Teleport. That's pretty much all I did. We are at 100. There's a lot of people here. I guess maybe I should start not live streaming for a few weeks at a time. Next week, let's think about next week. Next week, I'll probably live stream. We will probably end up working over. We'll probably work on the Sunday, so it might be a later live stream startup. And then the week whoops, I don't want to subscribe to that. The week after, I will also live stream, and then actually the next few Sundays I should be live streaming, because when I'm away, I'm only away from Monday to Friday anyway. So we'll be back, unless I live stream from the hotel room, which I used to do that, but I kind of stopped doing that now. It's hard to live stream on my phone. But yeah, ask your last questions. I will stay on another 10 minutes. I don't know where Chantel went. I said she was going to be back. Back for the live stream. It's now 11. What time is it? 11:24. Nope, she isn't home. And I probably should shovel the driveway. We just got home. There's a bit of snow on there. I don't want it to freezing rain and then all that snow be ice, because that's going to be a lot heavier. Your first time in a live stream. Awesome. Yeah, I typically do it 10 or 11 every Sunday, but sometimes I don't. The problem with the SE has been out for 4 years. They come out, we're about to roll in 26. I was going to buy one, and I stopped myself. I mean, it's still a great device, no matter what way you look at it. But we have moved on to the Pro Max. That's what we install everywhere. Even in small businesses, because when you think about prices for firewalls, $600 really isn't like a crazy amount of money if you're comparing it to different places. Now, if it's a small coffee shop and there's like 2 clients, why would you spend $600 where you could get a Cloud Gateway Fiber for $279? I mean, that just makes more sense. But if they want it rack mounted, that's where, you know, the differences are going to go. Good day and greetings from Surname. How's it going? I probably messed that right up. Willie, good to see you. Travel router is a great fit in the Unifi ecosystem. I agree. If you're in the Unifi ecosystem, I agree. Yes. Have you tried to set up an access on your garage? I did like 2 summers ago. I don't know if my garage doors have the right input output or the right inputs for it. I think I could buy a device, like $100 device, to work with it. And if it works, I'm going to put Unifi access on it. If you haven't watched Monty's or Inside Wires video on it, let me post it in the chat here. I think it got me thinking, like, I want to put Unifi access on my, not that I use it often on my side gates, because I rarely ever go through there. Where is his video on it? Yeah, I rarely ever go through there, but I just want to do it because it's cool. Here's Monty's video on it. Share, copy. What else am I doing? Oh, I put this. Oh gosh, I just squeaked there. I put this out on Twitter because if you guys probably have seen my Catio build. We have a Catio for our cats in our backyard, and I have a couple cameras and stuff in it. The Catio is getting deformed. It's been through a couple winters now. It's just really cheap wood. It was a kit that I bought from Amazon, and we kind of extended it so that it could attach to our window. I'm going to build a new Catio. I'm going to film it because it's going to be with, I mean, there's going to be cameras and stuff in it. So we're still going to cable it. But I'm thinking about somehow integrating Unifi access on it. I don't know how though yet, because that window, I kind of want to put like an arm so it's an automatic where it just opens up when the cats want to go out, but on a schedule because we don't want them out at night. But if they're, I don't know how I'm going to do it. We need like an NFC collar tag or something like that. Either way, I'm going to try to make it kind of cool, and then we'll have Unifi access to open their doors, maybe put on some mag locks. It would have to be all outdoor rated stuff though. Greetings from the UK. Oh yeah, no problem. No worries. No worries. I love when people do not normal things with Unifi. It is a little different. Let me see if I could find the video, because we changed actually the whole. I don't know if I did another updated video on it. Let me go to my dashboard. I don't think I did an updated video on it because the Catio didn't look like this. Yeah, I didn't do an updated video. When was this done? Like 2022. Cody was skinny then. What happened? Holy moly. Let me open it, then I'm going to turn the sound off. Hey everyone, Cody from... Oh. Skinny Cody. Holy crap. And then I had different guitars too. I love that yellow guitar. I shouldn't have got rid of it. Yeah, something. I'll just show kind of the end of it. We ended up we never used the access point within the Catio. I ended up taking it out. I don't know. We had an AI 360 in there too, and this was the coolest thing. It had nothing to do with Ubiquiti, but I ended up breaking the AI 360 because I took it down to do something, and I never put the grommet back on. I'm like, whatever. Water got inside, obviously. So that was really neat, but we don't have the Catio like this anymore because you could see, we have our back door there. You walk out. So every time we wanted to put the cats in, we would have to open up the door or walk outside with them, open up the door. So we ended up shifting it, and there's a window over here, and we got my neighbor to build a longer piece, and we attach this to it. So because we're lazy, all we need to do now is open the window and they go out. So I will do an updated video on the next Catio that we do. We're going to have to wait till the summer, obviously, or the spring. We're going to have to level it properly. I'm going to put a ton of cameras in there because we're going to make it, probably going to make it more of an L. We're going to go down, make it L so they have a lot more room to play. I really need to move to Unifi access for the house, but I need a solution for the front door. It's a standards. I'm hoping that they come out with some other things, like other door locks for it. I think that would be great. Yeah, I'm into Home Assistant a little bit. Not crazy, but a little bit. Can you connect the NVR Instant to device bridge, or does it have to be connected to your cloud gateway? You don't even need to have any Unifi gear at all to connect the UNVR Instant. So say you just have your ISP modem. That's the only thing you're using. Just plug it into internet, and then you'll be able to use your NVR Instant. It's a great device for getting started in Ubiquiti. I mean, I could see them selling those in Costco and then going crazy. Because you see them selling like Lorex systems in 4-packs, 8-packs, whatever at Costco. If Ubiquiti did that, I think that would be amazing. They're already selling in, Micro Center. Why not sell it in Costco? We really need a battery-powered doorbell. That would be kind of cool too. Yeah, people did mention that. Because like my neighbor beside me, he has a Ring doorbell that's battery-powered. So I always see him, every month or whatever the battery lasts, come out, unplug the battery, put it back in. Has anyone shown the G6 entry Color X pics without the spotlight on? Can you turn the spotlight off? I think you can, but let me take a look. Telecom. Where's my MVR? I don't know if I turned my spotlight off. That's a good question. I don't know if I did that for the video. G6 entry. You should be able to turn it off. Tamper detection. I actually don't see that. There's color night vision. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't think you can turn that off, to be honest. I'd have to look more into it though. But anyway, I'm gonna head out of here. We've been going for like an hour and a half already. Hold on a sec. That would be amazing. Where we have our doorbell, it's not easy to run. Yeah. The only issue with that is jamming it, but again, I mean, if you don't have a doorbell there anyway, whatever. Has anybody experienced with the Ubiquiti live chat via the management account? I've used it before. When is my next vacation? I don't want to go on vacation for a little while. I'm kind of good on vacations. I went away. I've been going away way too much over the last 2 years. I am going away in 2 weeks, but it's kind of a vacation, hanging with some friends and stuff like that. But it'll be 2 weeks. But I'm only going for 5 days. I plenty of ambient light. I don't even need, like, to be honest, like the same with me. Like, I don't even need night vision on my cameras, any of them really at the front. I didn't. Did you adjust the split point of? Yeah, I did adjust it. It does look good. Good. I haven't used any of the Unifi chat support, so I don't know how good it would be. I think there was people talking. I don't know. I think everybody's going to have a different experience, to be honest with you. Talking with Spotlight, I would like to be able to set the spotlight on the cameras to stay on always. I don't know if they'll do that. I don't know if they do that. But anyway, everybody, I am out of here. I will be live again next week. Watch out for some videos. I don't know when my travel video will come out. That most likely will be my next video. Then I might work on a video for these Keystones so people can see if they're good or not or how they work. You want to see Chantel set up the travel router. we may be able to do something with that. We'll see. It won't be my first initial video, but maybe my second one, because she's not like, she's tech savvy, but she's not overly tech savvy. Anyway, everybody have a good rest of your week. Have a great New Year's. And yeah, we'll see you in, I guess, in 2026.